This is Field Communications in Philadelphia. Tonight at 8, Roddy McDowell proves he's a real ace among apes in Farewell to the Planet of the Apes, where you'll see more movie, fewer commercials on Channel 48.
I'd rather be anywhere in the world but here.
I know exactly how you feel, Mike.
Are you sure you don't know any more than what you've told me about this?
Look, Mike, there was nothing, so help me, I'm not holding out on you. They found the body of a woman, unidentified. There was no age given and no other details, and that's the truth.
Then what are they waiting for? Why can't we go inside and get this over with?
They found her in the bottom of a creek or something. They wanted time to clean her up, you know.
Stoner?
Yes.
You can come in now, you and Mr. Carr.
Frankly, I'm not in such a hurry anymore.
There's no decomposition to speak of. It won't be so bad. Now?
Now. No. No, that's not my wife. Thank God.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Carr. It's time for your medication.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. No.
It's for your own good, Mrs.
No.
Carr.
No, please. No. No. No.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Bold 3 Detergent Plus Fabric Softener. Clean softens, controls static, Bold 3. And by Mild Ivory Liquid. It helps hands stay young-looking.
How good are you at guessing hands? Pick Jean Stokes' hand from her 2 daughters.
Give up. Mom's hands are as young-looking as ours. We sing together for charity. Strictly amateur, but your hands get noticed.
And Jean does lots of dishes. What's her secret?
She uses Ivory Liquid.
I've used it for 23 years, and I've told my girls how mild it is.
Lab tests show Ivory Liquid's mildest to hands of all leading brands.
It reminds me of a hand cream. The suds are very sturdy. Nothing gets dishes cleaner. Mom always says start young to take care of your hands. And her hands are beautiful. I'm going to stay with Ivory Liquid.
Ivory Liquid.
Because young-looking hands are worth holding on to.
Marge, I don't have enough. Lend me some money. I'll lend you some advice. Put back this detergent and fabric softener and get this detergent with built-in fabric softener.
Bold 3?
It's some value.
Why save money if it doesn't work?
But Bold 3 does work.
Why spend the money on separate detergent and fabric softener? Buy Bold 3. It's detergent and fabric softener together. Bold 3 cleans, softens, and controls static.
The kids' shirts are so soft. No static cling here. And these jeans are really clean.
More Bold 3?
Why spend extra? Bold 3 cleans and softens in one.
Detergent plus fabric softener. That's the built-in value of Bold 3.
April, as you can see, the ratings have held up even though we've made some changes.
Yeah, there have been quite a few personnel changes, haven't there?
Yes, Mac Thomas left and Jill Riley, as you know. And we've added one person, Kelly McGrath.
Oh, that's right, for the children's programming.
I think it's going to work out very well. Kelly's a very talented young man. And we need someone to keep an eye on children's programming. It's very important to us.
Yep, so is the news department, and that's probably where you're having your biggest problem.
Yes, I've asked Frank Benninger to fill in for us during the 10-day period of Nancy's absence, but now, heaven knows how long that absence is going to be. This disappearance is frightening.
Yeah, it's been 2 days since Nancy left for San Francisco, and I can imagine how Mike must feel.
Well, I know how I feel. I'm absolutely terrified by it. Doesn't anybody have any ideas at all?
All I know is that Mike is now in San Francisco, too, along with someone from the Monticello Police Department. I think it's Calvin Stoner, but I have not heard anything new.
Well, I'm not going to have negative thoughts about it. At least I'm trying not to.
My sentiments exactly. There's too much negative stuff floating around. In fact, that's exactly why I came back to work. I figured if I got out of the house and started doing something, I wouldn't sit at home and brood.
Ah, work. The great anodyne.
Don't you believe it?
Of course I do. It's helped me enormously. And I'm going to be forever in your debt for giving me a place to go and something to do.
You did me a favor by taking the job. And I can't see that your life is uneventful, not with Raven living with you. She has a way of filling up people's time.
You may be sure of that.
Oh, how the two of you getting along?
Well, so far we haven't had any serious difficulties. Have you had a chance to speak with her since our last conversation?
No, I haven't.
There's no obligation, you know.
No, I know that, but just the same, I am going to see her. I haven't thanked her appropriately for what she did for me in Oakdale.
Perhaps a thank you note would do if you're worried about it.
Believe me, Geraldine, I have considered that, but no, I owe her more than that. She put her own life on the line for me, going out to the house without the police even being there.
I gather she thought the danger was past.
Just the same. She did save my life. It's about time I showed some sort of gratitude, maybe even friendship.
How are you today?
Fine. What are you doing there? I thought that you would be at Gavin Wiley's dance studio.
Well, if you thought that, then why did you call here?
Well, because I was hoping that you wouldn't be at Gavin Wiley's dance studio.
Well, I'm not. No, I've got too many things to take care of around here.
Oh. Are you sure you trust them to hire the dancers without you?
Well, it is their field. Wiley is our choreographer, and he ought to be able to recognize talent by now.
Yes, but are you sure you trust their opinion?
Well, Martine and Gavin are doing the screening. I'm the one who's going to be hiring the individuals, so you don't have to worry about me.
Okay. But they are taking their sweet time, aren't they?
Yes, they are, and I know why. Martine is stretching out the audition process as long as possible to ensure that her protege, Jody Travis, will be included.
Do you think there's another reason?
Why, do you?
Well, perhaps they enjoy working together.
That's what I like about you, Raven. You never take too much trouble in being subtle.
Did I tell you that I went to the dance studio the other day to watch the auditions? And I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I saw Gavin and Martine, and they were awfully chummy, if you know what I mean. Sky, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh. Well, it was a little embarrassing. But anyway, I didn't come to talk about them. I called because I want to know about us. When do I get to see you again?
I'll let you know. And you can do me a favor, Raven. Don't you ask me.
Wait.
I'll ask you.
How dare you say that?
I've got to go now, Raven. Goodbye. Gunther?
Yes, Mr.
Mr. Whitney. Bring the car around.
Didn't go to school yesterday. Had a fever. Mom said.
Aspirin.
But today got a fever and a stuffy nose. Mom said.
Congesperin. It's got a fever reducer, plus it's also got
a decompressant.
decongestant to unstuff that terribly stuffy nose.
So tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
I feel better already.
Congesperin does more than aspirin or Tylenol. Reduces fever and relieves congestion fast.
I don't know about you, Mike, but me, I am just never gonna get used to it. I mean, I know a couple of cops who say, don't worry, you know, it gets better in time, but I just can't build that immunity to dead people. Ooh.
Strange feeling, Calvin. To look at that poor woman's body and feel nothing but a sense of relief.
Yeah, believe me, Mike, I felt the same way.
But a moment afterwards, I couldn't help but think how I'd feel if it had been Nancy's body there.
Yeah, but it wasn't, right? So let's both put that way out of our minds.
Yeah.
Detective Stoner?
That's me.
Sergeant Price said you were in here. He said you might want to meet the guy outside, the cab driver, name of Hernandez. He may have picked up Mrs. Carr at the airport.
Of course, yes. We'd like to talk to him.
Right. Mr. Fernandez, please.
Miss Fernandez, come in. Sit down, please. My name is Calvin Stoner. I work with the Monticello Police Department, and this is my car. It's his wife that we're looking for.
Yes, they told me outside, only look, I don't know nothing but what I told them. You understand?
Well, just tell us what you told them, Mr. Fernandez.
I mean, I seen in the paper about this lady that disappeared. I seen her picture in the newspaper. I read the description, and I said to myself, hey, I know that lady. I picked up that lady night before last.
Are you absolutely sure it's the same one?
Look, I don't ask him for no IDs. A passenger gets into my cab. She tells me where she wants to go. I take her there.
Oh, where? Where did you take her?
To the Golden West Hotel. I pick her up. It was 6:45. Maybe 10 minutes after that flight from Monticello come in. She's a nice-looking lady. Slim, with a coat over her arm.
What kind of coat?
A regular raincoat.
Now, look, Mr. Fernandez, there were a lot of people who got off of that flight. Half of them might have been women, and I'm sure that more than a few picked the Golden West Hotel.
I don't know about them. I know who I drove there. That's all.
Did you speak to this woman?
Sure, I talk. I told her about the weather. I told her about the Warriors game. I told her about my wife in the hospital.
Did she tell you anything?
Me? Nothing. She just listened. Nice lady.
Well, then how can you be sure it was her?
I tell you what makes me so sure. It was the bracelet.
The bracelet?
Mr. Fernandez, this woman was wearing a bracelet?
Yes, at first I didn't see it. But when she paid me, you know, there it was, like a stuck in my face. I couldn't miss it.
Can you describe it?
It was a funny kind of bracelet. It had some green beads, and there was something like a coin, small, like a penny, with an initial. Z or N.
Calvin, that's the one. Now, a lot of women may have been on that flight, and some of them could have gone to the Golden West. But the chances of another one wearing a bracelet like that are...
Miss Fernandez, what happened after the woman gave you the money?
Nothing. I drove away. Pick up another failed mission. Do you want to know about them? Odd couple. Lousy
No.
types.
What I mean is, what happened to the woman who got out of the cab?
Nothing happened. I swear it. She got out, paid me, pick up her bag, went into the hotel. That's it.
She went directly inside, you're sure?
Sure, I'm sure.
Well, that means that Nancy did arrive at the hotel safely.
But she never went to the desk and registered. Calvin, it doesn't make any sense. Nancy disappeared between that desk and the front door of the hotel.
These prices are murder. Even my floor cleaner. Looks like my spick and span is the last real value in town.
Spick and span?
Why, sure. This one box cleans more than those 2 bottles and costs a lot less.
Cleans more than 2 bottles and costs less?
It's better, too. Cleans the daylights out of greasy, waxed-in dirt. Far sight better than any leading liquid. Now, that's right clean at the right price. Spick and span, the right clean at the right price.
Now available in the new 32-ounce size.
Where's Sydney?
Upstairs, playing.
Ah, it's a good time to frost my cake.
Someone thinks your cake is pretty good without frosting.
Sydney, you're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Duncan Hines. Our cake's so moist, even unfrosted, the taste comes alive.
He says he couldn't help himself. It's so delicious.
He's right.
Harry.
Duncan Hines Light Deluxe 2 and pudding recipe. So moist and delicious, they might not wait till they're frosted.
Hey, your folks got a new set of wheels.
Come on! We brought you something.
Puritan oil?
Puritan is part of our diet to fight cholesterol.
And it makes food taste great.
I use corn oil. Puritan has more polyunsaturates than corn oil. It also looks lighter. Tastes lighter.
Delicious. You young folks really know what's cooking.
Puritan, a delicious part of your diet to fight cholesterol.
Hello. I'm so glad you called. How are you, Raven? Fine. Come in, please. Let me take your coat. Thank you. I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time. Can I get you anything? No, thank you. Just relax. I've been meaning to see you for quite a while, too. See how you're doing, if you're fully recuperated from that memorable night in Oakdale. Well, it's very strange, but I only remember certain things. Like when Molly said that she had killed my mother and that she had killed Elliot and all that. And then, of course, her shooting me with my own gun. Yeah, well, I guess it's a night you will never forget. Well, the funny thing is that I'm just beginning to remember certain things. Like, for example, Molly told me that she was going out to Oakdale because she wanted to make sure that you never hurt Emily again. Yeah, she wanted to eliminate me for poor Emily's sake. Right, but then she said something awful. She said that, why should I care? Because you weren't my friend. And it made me think about all the awful things that I have done to you, and you probably hated me. But see, that didn't matter because I still wanted to make sure you were all right. Yeah. Well, you did a wonderful thing by going out to Oakdale, especially not knowing whether or not the police were going to be there. Well, I thought the police would be there, but I still would have gone out to make sure you were okay. Believe me, Raven, I am very grateful for what you did, and I know I owe you a great deal. Wait a minute. Look, April, I don't want your friendship if it's just because you're trying to be grateful to me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it to sound... No, really, I know that's what you're thinking. You don't want to be my friend because of everything I've done to you. Raven, I can't... Don't say anything more. If you think that it's impossible to be my friend, fine, I understand. Could I please say something myself? Sorry. Listen, I would be a hypocrite if I said that there was never anything wrong between us, and yes, I have hated you. But you did do something wonderful out there in Oakdale. You did, and I thank you for it. And after talking with Geraldine, she said that, well, you've spoken to her about wanting to change. I have changed. My life was a mess, and I thought I was killed. And that made me think about a few things, about some of the things that I have done and how alone I am. And, well, I feel very different. And I really want you and Draper to be my friends. Yes, well, I think that's a little bit difficult at this time since Draper isn't living with me, but I'm sure you knew that. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. What happened? No, nothing. It's only temporary, I hope, and I know you'll understand if I don't go into any of the details. Oh, of course. That's awful. If you want to talk to me sometime, if there's anything I can do, you know that I will do anything. Yes, Raymond, I do know that you would do anything. Would you like some coffee or tea? I'd love some tea, thank you. Okay. Isn't he handsome? Who is it? That is Geraldine's nephew, Skylar Whitney. Isn't he a doll?
Oh, look. Here's Bambi's picture and resume.
Hey, wait a minute. It says that she was with the New York City Ballet for a year?
She never mentioned that.
I think she's stretching the truth just a teeny bit. But it's all right, though. I like her.
So do I. I just hope she doesn't develop a habit of falling down and spraining her ankle.
Would you stop this? Don't you remember my audition at the club? I was so nervous.
Yes, she almost fell into table 7.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Oh, yes. But you were always there to catch me before I fell on my nose.
Well, things are different now.
Yes, they are different. No, please don't. I'm afraid.
Of what?
Of what's happening. Of what might happen if we go on this way.
I'm not afraid. Not of Skylar Whitney, if that's what you mean.
You don't really know him.
I wish you didn't.
All right, well, I think I should be going.
Don't.
Why? We finished auditioning, I think.
Yes, we have no more dancers to talk about. But, you want to know something? All the time I was watching them, I kept thinking I wanted to be watching you.
I'm already hired, Gavin. Bye.
Martine, wait.
No.
Wait.
No, I have to go. Please, Gavin, tell me, what are you doing now? Come on.
Will you?
You want me to dance? Yes, yes, something.
Anything you want me to do, Mr. Whitney?
Chester for Carpet Fresh.
As the one who's closest to the carpet, I'd like to share some of my thoughts with you about a great rug and room deodorizer, Carpet Fresh. It keeps your carpet not only smelling cleaner, but looking cleaner too. Just look at the difference between a rug that was vacuumed regularly with Carpet Fresh and one that wasn't. Remember, Carpet Fresh keeps your carpet not only smelling cleaner, but looking cleaner too. And I wouldn't think that on television if it wasn't true.
Did you just give her a vitamin?
Yep, a multivitamin. To help ensure she gets a balanced diet.
And that's
Extra C.
But why give her 2 vitamins?
Because there's no one children's vitamin that gives you what these 2 do.
Now there is. Introducing new Flintstones with Extra C. All the vitamins of a multivitamin plus all the vitamin C of a single C tablet.
All in one.
All in Flintstones with extra vitamin C.
Linda Carter must infiltrate a dangerous sabotage ring on Wonder Woman tonight at 6 o'clock. Then later, Oscar upsets Felix's plans for his daughter's birthday party when he claims the apartment for an afternoon poker party on The Odd Couple tonight at 11 on Channel 48.
No, Chief, that was absolutely all we could get out of him. I mean, he identified his female passenger as definitely being Nancy Carr. And even Mike himself verified the fact that his description of the bracelet was right on the money.
Just $19.95.
Bank card and COD orders, call toll-free 1-800-331-1000. Or save COD charges, send $19.95 for one or $34.95 for two to Chime Clock, Post Office Box 48119, Chicago, Illinois 60648. Bank card and COD orders, call 1-800-331-1000.
It's action, adventure, and beauty with that all-American girl, Wonder Woman. Tonight at 6 on Channel 48.